Hey friends, this is Josh Hayward and welcome to another edition of the Find Your Craft Show. I have a very special brew for you guys this evening. This is the Shakedown Street Saison, and as I just tilted the can, I spilled some. So foul as far as that goes. But this is the Shakedown Street Saison from Southbound Brewing Company out of Savannah, Georgia. I actually had the opportunity to stop in at this brewery a couple of weeks ago, and pretty neat outfit there in Savannah, doing some great things. Actually, their production's growing, and they're kind of getting all around the state of Georgia. So I stopped in, had a flight, spent some time with the kids, and decided to take a few cans for the road. So this is going to be the Shakedown Street Saison. Took a look at another Saison a couple of weeks ago. That was from Ponysaurus Brewing Company out of Durham, North Carolina, actually. So another one of this unique style. So here we go. We got a beautiful beer here. We've got a hazy golden color, very hazy, I would say. You know, holding it up to that light, just a little bit of the light's able to actually penetrate through the liquid of the glass. Got a solid white head on the top there, about a centimeter and a half or so. But kind of true to the style. A lot of these saisons do take on that more cloudy type appearance due to the yeast and different things used in the brew. The saison style is actually, as I mentioned in the last video, it's actually French for season, and kind of goes way back in history to when different seasonal workers would come into the countryside and they would brew this beer. Some traditions even hold that the saison brew was forms of payment for some of these migrant workers. So and another name you may hear is the farmhouse ale, oftentimes used interchangeably, saison, farmhouse ale, what have you. But yeah, very pretty brew here. As I've been moving the glass around, I'm kind of getting some notes of what I might experience in this beer. So let me get another whiff and see what we've got. Very much characteristic of the saison. The things that I'm getting the most on the nose are some yeasty notes coming from some of the yeast that's used in this beer. Also getting some peppery type notes. Think white peppercorns. Just kind of using one of those grinders and grinding peppercorns, that smell that comes from that. And I say white peppercorns because that's a very distinct smell from a standard black peppercorn or other colors. The white it's got its own smell. You have to kind of compare them to really know what that's like. But yeah, getting some maybe some clove in there too. But this is very peppery, very seasony. That would go well with saison, right? For the name. But yeah, let's see what we got. Cheers. Nice beer. I really appreciate this because the saison, if you haven't had many saisons and you try one, they're different. They're different. I mean, there's lots of things going on. There's lots of flavors. There's lots of aromas. It does different things on your palate. You may get some sweetness, you may get some bitterness, you may get some spiciness. So it can be an overwhelming type style for the new beer drinker or the person that's new to craft. But I really appreciate this beer because as I took a sip, I got some nice characteristics of the saison, but it's not punch you in the face just all over the place. It's a very, very approachable beer, and I'll kind of get into it a little more as I talk. But the first thing I noticed is the maltiness, kind of very subtle. It's kind of a good platform and anchor for the beer. Getting some white bready type notes, maybe a little bit of toasted bread in there. Very, very subtle. I'm kind of getting some of that. The next thing I'm getting is a pleasant bitterness from some of the hops used in here. I think some floral notes, maybe even some spicy type notes, and then some of the, as I mentioned on the aromas, the nice spiciness, getting some pepper notes, and maybe even some clove in there too, as I mentioned. All kind of comes together, providing a nice flavorful experience. Again, I've had some saisons that are they're just so hard to digest, and that there's so much going on in them. But this is very, very approachable. Cheers to Southbound on this one, just for the simplicity yet the greatness of the beer. There's lots of great flavor in here, yet it's true to the style, yet not overwhelming, which I love. I would suggest this is a great brew for anyone who enjoys Saisons or someone who's just kind of getting used to the style. I feel like I'm getting those nice, again, just kind of discussing it some more, getting those nice peppery notes, and but also getting all the other components that you would expect in a beer. You're getting the maltiness and then some great hoppiness in there too. So I definitely enjoy this one. Well done on this one, Southbound. Really appreciate it. You guys did a great job with this one. Hopefully I can get some more of your brews soon to review those as well. But thank you guys so much for following along. Another episode in the books. You guys have a great night and cheers.